Join Admiral Tuvok for a visit to an old friend.
Our first task in the Delta Quadrant is rather mundane for one of your skills, but still necessary. A group of homeless aliens need a new home. A group of Talaxians living in the Antaba system are ready to move to a nearby planet. Admiral Tuvok and Voyager have gone ahead to their main asteroid base to begin the preparations for the transition. The Admiral has requested your presence as well. You two work well together. I recommend you take advantage of his expertise. There's no one who knows more about the Delta Quadrant than he does.
We have arrived in the Antaba system, sir. Our orders are to rendezvous with Admiral Tuvok on Voyager, setting a course to their coordinates now.
Thank you for your assistance. We were en route to the Talaxian base when we were ambushed by the Kazon. The damage is relatively minor, but my crew will require time to make repairs. However, I have a personal request. The leader of the Talaxian colony served with me on Voyager. Would you be willing to take me there?
Of course, Admiral Tuvok. Beam over at your convenience.
This base is populated by Talaxians. My shipmate from Voyager, Neelix, joined them before they moved to this location. The Talaxians have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one.
Kapla!
The Alliance's history with the relocation of the Romulans will be invaluable in this process.
Kapla! Is that right? Let me try again. Greetings, Captain. It is my honor to meet representatives of the Klingon Empire. My name is Neelix, and I served with B'Elanna Torres on the USS Voyager. I am currently Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Neelix, I think I've heard something.
No matter. I've always been curious about the Klingon Empire. I even organized a Day of Honor celebration for Voyager once. My link to the Alpha Quadrant wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be until the Janolan Dyson Sphere opened a path straight to the Delta Quadrant. Now we get all sorts of news, and I'm so glad to hear that unpleasantness between the Empire and the Federation is over. I'm planning a trip to Earth to sample the cuisine. Sometime. I mean, maybe I'll go to Kronos too, but that will have to wait until after the colonization. I barely have a minute to myself anymore. There's just so much to do.
About the colonization?
Oh, you've come to help. How wonderful. I guess the Klingon Empire is just as helpful to people in need as my good friends in Starfleet. I'm a little surprised, though. B'Elanna always said Klingons were grumpy.
I'm sure the Federation appreciates your effort on its behalf, but could we get back to the colonization efforts?
Ow, where are my manners? You must be tired and thirsty after your long journey. Come to the colony. We'll fix you right up. But if I could impose on you just for a small favor first. The Kazon Nestrum have been giving us a lot of trouble lately. We've constructed some shield generators to protect the base, but the Kazon keep knocking them offline, and all my shuttles are prepping for the colonization. Could you reactivate the shields for us?
Of course, Neelix.
Wonderful! Just fly to the generators and start the relaunch sequence. It will take them a few minutes to get up to full strength, but that shouldn't be a problem. After that, beam down to the colony. I'll start making some nice old root stew for you.
Restart the 3 shield generators. Got it. That completes all the satellite repairs, sir. Shielding systems coming back online now. Good work.
Thank you so much for your assistance. You may beam down to our base at your leisure. Oh, and speaking in my formal capacity as permanent ambassador, welcome to the Delta Quadrant.
Thank you, Neelix.
So good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think? May I shake your hand? If memory serves, that's how. Mr. Vulcan? Is that you, Tuvok?
Indeed. It is agreeable to see you again, Neelix.
What a wonderful surprise. Come, my friends, we have so much to discuss.
You look well, Neelix.
As do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
Of course, children need sun and open skies. A place to put down roots. What was that?
Sir, the Kazon returned almost as soon as you transported down. We drove them off, but they got a lucky shot in at the base before they left. Sensors are showing some structural damage in the operations bay. Acknowledged. Inform me if the Kazon return.
The operations bay? Dexter was in there! Dexter's trapped! Please, do something! Dex is a little dizzy, but she'll be fine. I have to stay with her, though. I'm afraid I must impose on your kindness again. Several of our systems were damaged in the attack, and I can't help fix them just now.
Of course I'll help, Neelix. What can I do?
Several of our systems are malfunctioning. Our communications, environmental controls, engineering, and the controls for the crane loading our ships all have been damaged.
It'd be my pleasure. Power.
Thank you so much. Everything seems to be working properly now, and Dex is feeling much better. I need to take one final lap around the base and speak to a few people before we depart. Would you care to accompany me?
Certainly.
I need help loading this ship. Menix was supposed to help me, but now I can't find him, and I can't reach him on internal comms. I know he hasn't left the station yet, though. Could you look around and tell him that his shift has started?
Fine, Minix. I can do that. Alright, so what's going to happen now is I'll probably cut this out because you talk to somebody, they blame somebody else. You talk to that person, they blame somebody else. It just goes round and round and round, and then you just come back to the source.
The lack of discipline among the Talaxians is alarming.
Just a little bit. Menix said he traded shifts with Oxel. Drexa lost a bet to Oxel and took the shift as payment, but Drexa did Oxel's original shift by mistake instead of Menix's. So when Menix showed up to do Oxel's shift, you told him you had enough help and that he could leave.
Sounds like quite a series of miscommunications. But I still need help here. What do you think I should do about it?
Make do as best you can. You made a mistake earlier when you had extra people, but didn't investigate why.
I need to scan the route we'll take to the colony. But the Kazon attack has damaged our astrometric system. All it will tell me is how far off I am from our target position. I feel like I'm taking shots in the dark. Would you be willing to help me?
I can't thank you enough for your help. Dex is going to be fine. The doctors say she'll be up and around in no time.
Glad to hear it, Neelix.
I need to return to Voyager. Please escort the Talaxian fleet to New Talix.
It would be an honor, Admiral.
We can return to Voyager at your earliest convenience. The Talaxians have much to do.
Certainly, Admiral.
Thank you for all you have done for the Talaxians. I believe that they will be a valuable ally to us in the days ahead. That would not have been possible without your assistance. I am confident we will see one another again. Until then, live long and prosper.
Peace and long life to you, Admiral.
Our ships are ready to depart. Travel to the staging area to join us in our new adventure.
On my way, Neelix.
Are you ready to depart for New Talax?
Let's go. Sir, I am detecting extremely high radiation levels in the system, too high for a normal dispersal pattern. I'll investigate further. But first, Neelix is hailing us from the Talaxian transport vessel. On screen.
Are you detecting the theta radiation spikes? Those levels have been normal and steady for weeks now. What could have happened?
We'll check it out. You stay here with the fleet. Sir, there appears to be a high amount of theta radiation around the planet. Our scans indicate that it was recently placed here. It should not be an issue for us to remove them, but we would have to deal with whoever dumped the radiation in the first place. Neelix, do you have an idea who did this?
Theta radiation could mean only one thing: the Malon. They lack the technology to recycle antimatter waste, which has led them to develop an entire industry around dumping theta radiation in various areas. We can't survive on New Talax if the Malon are going to use it as their personal garbage dump.
I'll deal with this, Neelix.
Unknown vessel. This site is claimed by the Malon. Go find your own dump site.
The Talaxians have claimed this system. You need to find another place to dump your waste.
Why? I was here first. Besides, there's a neutron star near here that makes this the perfect location for our needs. Finding another would be too expensive. Tell the Talaxians to find another planet.
This is your last chance. Leave now, or I make you leave. The Malon have cut communications, sir. They're powering up weapons, but they're not a match for the Genius. Red alert, target their engines. Destroying their ships will only make the radiation worse.
Enough! You've ruined me. Wrecked my ship. At least spare my life.
Find another place to dump your trash.
are gone, but the radiation is still around. Oh, what can we do? This would have been a perfect homeworld. But we can't live here if the radiation is going to infect the entire planet.
Ganius can easily remove the radiation. Give us a moment.
Thank you so much for all of your help. You are a true friend to me and to the Talaxian people. Your crew will always be welcome on New Talax. And good luck in your voyages. I hope to see you again soon.
It has been a pleasure, Neelix. Best of luck to you and your people. The Malons were causing problems? I'll make a note of that. Neelix has sent word that the migration of the Talaxians is going smoothly. We have sent several ships to ensure that they are protected from any more Malon incursions. Our first venture into the Delta Quadrant appears to be a success, but we can't rest. There will be more challenges for us soon enough.
It's been more than 30 years since Voyager passed through this region of space. But the echoes of what Captain Janeway and her crew did linger. We need to reestablish relationships here. I'm assigning you a region of space to patrol. Meet the locals and find out how things stand in the Delta Quadrant today.
The Harmaster. I am detecting an ongoing firefight. The combatants appear to be a Benthan Protectorate squadron and some Malon. Orders. Let's give the Benthans a hand.
You have entered an area controlled by the Benthan Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized Protectorate officer, or clear the area immediately.
Deputized?
You are now my deputy. We are here to apprehend a suspect wanted in multiple systems for crimes not limited to theft, coercion, destruction of private property, and murder. When you arrived, we were dealing with one of this criminal's lieutenants. We've tracked the suspect to this system. Your assistance in this matter is required, and appreciated. Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding. That's got them. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party to take the suspect into custody. Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector. We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity recently, and multiple reports of danger to travelers.
Anything we should be aware of?
We've recently come across the remains of a battlefield between the Borg and an unknown adversary. Hasn't been there long. Bentham patrols first detected it only a few weeks ago. Since then, it has been a haven for scavengers. Our readings were inconclusive. As with all things dealing with the Borg, we recommend giving it a wide berth.
Interesting. If someone's been giving the Borg trouble, that could be good for us, although considering how Species 8472 turned out to be such a problem, the enemies of the Borg aren't always our friends. It would probably be worthwhile to scout the fringes of Borg space and see if long-range sensors can pick up any indications of these unknown adversaries. Let's be sure to include this in our report.
We have the suspect in custody now, and we also apprehended a fair number of his associates. This part of space will be safer without their influence. I'm dispatching medics to treat any wounded so they can stand trial, and an engineering team to ensure his ship is stable so we can tow it back to base. Thank you. We have it from here.